The American presidential system of government is one of the most influential political structures in the world. But how did it start? What led to the creation of a system that continues to shape the global political landscape today? Let's dive into the origins of the American presidency and the foundations of this unique form of governance. The story of the American presidential system begins in the late 18th century, during a time of revolution and rebellion. In 1776, the 13 American colonies declared their independence from Great Britain, spurred by discontent with King George III's rule. They envisioned a new form of government, one that would be free from monarchy and tyranny. With the signing of the Declaration of Independence, the newly formed United States needed a government that could embody the principles of liberty and democracy. However, there was no clear model to follow. The colonists were wary of centralized power, having fought against what they viewed as British tyranny. Thus, their first attempt at governance was the Articles of Confederation, adopted in 1781. The Articles of Confederation created a loose alliance of the 13 states. Under this system, there was no executive branch, no president. The government was essentially a weak Congress where the states held most of the power, and the national government lacked authority to enforce laws or raise taxes. It quickly became clear that the Articles were inadequate for governing a united nation. Economic hardship and internal conflicts, such as Shays' Rebellion in 1786, highlighted the weaknesses of the Articles. The central government could not maintain order or handle the growing crises. It was evident that a stronger national government was needed, one with an executive branch to lead and enforce laws. In 1787, delegates from the states gathered in Philadelphia for the Constitutional Convention. Their mission? To create a new, more effective system of government. One of the most pressing debates was how to structure the executive branch. Many feared the rise of another tyrant, but they also recognized the need for a strong, centralized leader to guide the nation. Various models were considered. Some delegates wanted a single executive, while others proposed a committee of multiple executives. After intense debate, the framers of the Constitution decided on a single president with checks and balances, ensuring that this office would not become a dictatorship. The framers drew inspiration from political philosophy, including the works of John Locke and Montesquieu. They believed that separation of powers, dividing authority between the executive, legislative, and judicial branches, was essential to preventing any one branch from becoming too powerful. One of the innovative aspects of the new system was the Electoral College. The founders were concerned about direct democracy, fearing it could lead to mob rule or manipulation. Instead, they created a system where electors, chosen by each state, would select the president. This compromise balanced the influence of populous and smaller states. In 1789, the new constitution was ratified, and the first presidential election was held. The electors unanimously chose George Washington as the first president of the United States. Washington's leadership and his willingness to step down after 2 terms set important precedents for the presidency. Washington's farewell address also warned against the dangers of political factions and foreign entanglements, shaping the role of the president for years to come. The office of the president, as designed by the Constitution, became the central pillar of the American government, the leader of the executive branch, commander-in-chief of the armed forces, and the face of the nation. As the nation grew, so did the powers of the presidency. Early presidents navigated the delicate balance between leading decisively and respecting the constraints placed on them by the Constitution. The system of checks and balances ensured that the president would share power with Congress and the courts, avoiding the pitfalls of absolute rule. The American presidential system has evolved, but the core principles established in the 18th century remain intact. The office has become more powerful over time, yet it continues to operate within the framework of the Constitution. From its humble beginnings in the aftermath of revolution to its place today as one of the most significant political offices in the world, the American presidency has shaped not only the United States but global politics. What began as an experiment in governance has become a cornerstone of democratic leadership, influencing nations and governments around the globe. And that is how the American presidential system of government started, a journey from revolution to a stable democracy, led by a president chosen by the people, for the people.